A Reddit user uploaded this highly unsettling video about a paranormal encounter that was captured a couple of weeks ago somewhere in Romania. The video was filmed with a security camera in the middle of the night and shows a car parked nearby. However, this seemingly innocent video takes a sudden turn toward absolute terror in just a few seconds. Pay close attention. Out of nowhere, an extremely strange and emaciated creature can be seen slowly walking toward a car. It then proceeds to walk alongside it and disappears from the camera's view before the video ends abruptly. Many people in the comments seem to agree that it's some kind of humanoid creature, but it's completely unknown what it was trying to do or what it wanted exactly. So, if you live in Romania, be careful about going out at night. Mario Ramsey posted this next video on his TikTok account, and what he recorded took place inside an abandoned hospital that was apparently on fire. The footage is quite terrifying and disturbing, so if you want to sleep tonight, you might want to think twice before watching this clip. Mario says he works at a hospital at night, and next to it there's an abandoned one. He also claims it was around 3:30 in the morning when he looked out the window and saw this. Pay attention. The video seems to show someone burning alive inside the building. Mario agrees that the silhouette inside appears to be a person. However, he also notes that when he started recording, the entity vanished without a trace. To this day, no one is completely sure what Mario captured. Let's just hope no one was inside that building while it was on fire. The next case is about Rosanna, who bought an apartment in France, and soon after moving in, inexplicable things began happening in her home. It turns out she was tricked into buying a haunted house, and now she doesn't want to move. She had recently returned after spending a week at her mother's place when this happened.
Right.
Some objects fall to the floor on their own, and the strange doll on the table seems to turn and look at Rosanna wherever she moves. After experiencing all these bizarre events, Rosanna sometimes wakes up dazed and unable to remember things, so she sets up a camera to monitor herself while she sleeps. The next night, something terrifying is captured. You can see what looks like a demonic face with a horn. And what's even more terrifying is that at one point it leans in and seems to communicate with her. The camera captures no sound and she doesn't remember these events happening, but after watching the video, her blood ran cold. It's now understandable that she's afraid to sleep in her own home. The following night, while she's in her room trying to avoid any activity, she hears what sounds like her cat making loud noises, so she decides to record and check what's going on. But this doesn't end well at all.
Loli. Loli. Laisse-moi. Loli. Oui, Loli. Oui.
You can see a dark figure in the hallway, mimicking the sounds of her cat, desperately trying to lure her into the most haunted room in the house. When she turns the corner for a second and looks again, the figure is now much closer, prompting her to slam the door shut. And once again, we can see it staring at her through the doorway. This was without a doubt one of the most terrifying nights of Rosena's life. Shortly after, she quickly grabbed her things and booked a hotel for an indefinite stay, as she could no longer endure this torment. The next video comes from a babysitter who is recording the little girl he takes care of while she's playing with her toys. Out of nowhere, the girl tells him she has a doll that moves on its own when she plays hide and seek.
When I play hide and seek with my doll, it moves.
You said it moves?
Yeah.
That doll? This doll?
Yeah.
Like you move it, or? What? When does it move?
When I play hide and seek with her.
When you play hide and seek?
Yeah.
Not sure what to do, he lets his curiosity get the best of him and decides to play hide and seek with the creepy doll to see for himself if it really moves.
Oh my god! Sadie, you scared me. Don't do that, dude.
The dog suddenly appears out of nowhere and startles him, interrupting the game of hide and seek before the doll has a chance to move, perhaps trying to protect him from the creepy toy. Later that night, after putting the little girl to bed, he captures the dog growling aggressively at the doll, as if sensing that something isn't right.
Like, I noticed the dog has been staring at the doll. Looking at it. I'm kind of freaked out right now.
The dog growls at the doll while staring at it for several minutes, and it's clear that the dog is nervous in the doll's presence. A few hours later, in the middle of the night, the babysitter takes a short nap to rest for a while when he suddenly hears a noise coming from the living room where the doll is. Realizing this, he pulls out his phone to record everything, and what he captures is truly terrifying. Mysteriously, one of the toys in the living room right next to the doll turns on by itself. But the most terrifying part is that the doll, which had been in the same position all day, begins to move, lifting its head to look at the babysitter before falling backward and startling him, prompting him to run out of there. This creepy experience truly terrified the babysitter, and it's unclear whether he'll ever return to that house to take care of the little girl again after witnessing all of that. The next terrifying clip belongs to TikTok user Spanger L. Ray and shows a young man doing his laundry in the basement of his grandmother's house when he suddenly comes face to face with something extremely horrifying.
Do you need some help? Do you need some help? I would love to help.
A horrifying entity with a deeply terrifying face appears on the stairs, staring directly at the young man while offering to help him. The young man refuses and tries to run away, but the creature appears just inches from him before the video ends abruptly. This clip is extremely frightening, but don't worry, it's only a short film created by TikToker Spanger Luke Ray. Security guard Geram Miraz Rivera is working the night shift on New Year's Eve at a supermarket in Torreón, Mexico. Rivera is a bit bored and records a video complaining about having to work alone on New Year's Eve when something very strange suddenly happens.
Año nuevo, señores. Feliz año nuevo aquí encerrado. Aquí dando el rondín. Jales, jale. Sin llorar. Ay, güey. Hijo de su pinche madre. Luego se oyó. Ni pedo, vámonos. Uy. A la chingada. ¿Qué chingas trae ese pinche? No manches. No, no se oye con sensor, valiendo madre. Vámonos mejor. Uy. Uy, güey. Vámonos mejor.
After this creepy incident, the security guard is a bit scared, but simply ignores it. Then, on another night at 3:20 a.m., Rivera thinks he can see someone walking behind him, even though he's the only person in the store. A little frightened, he decides to record himself as he walks through the aisles, hoping to spot any mysterious intruder who might be following him. But what happens next is truly terrifying.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas madrugadas. No, bueno, más bien estoy nervioso, asustado. Siempre traigo mi celular a la mano. Son las 3:20 de la mañana, me tocó aquí guardia nocturna, Bodega Herrera. Si se fijan, está todo solo. Pero ahorita acabo de ver a alguien allá en la entrada de clientes. Se miró allá por la entrada de clientes, hasta allá hasta atrás. Y no hay nadie. Ya fui a asomarme y no hay nadie. Así lo voy a dejar a ver si pues de pura chingadera se vuelve a ver, ¿no? Y lo vi clarito. Ya lo vi otra vez. A ver si se alcanza a ver. No, me da miedo ir. A eso que se mira ahí. Eso negro que se ve ahí. Miren, ya se movió. ¡Oh! Está caminando, de hecho está que no manches. No manches. Y se sigue moviendo. Es una persona, claro está que miren. No. Vámonos.
You can see someone, or something, lurking behind the frightened security guard. Now we jump ahead a week, and Rivera is back on another night shift when he sees a little girl wandering aimlessly outside the supermarket. But before he can approach her, she simply vanishes into thin air. Given the late hour and the fact that the girl was alone, many viewers have speculated that she might have been responsible for the strange occurrences in the store. Some even suggest she could actually be a ghost. A few months pass and things seem to return to normal at the store. But then Rivera sees a shopping cart do something a bit unusual.
¿Qué tal, amigos? ¿Cómo están? Oigan, estoy en mi hora de comida, pero no van a creer, amigos. Ahorita escuché que se movió el carrito. No lo vi. Escuché que ese carrito se movió, amigos. Se escuchó ese clarito como si lo hubiera alguien agarrado. Bueno, no sé, a lo mejor son mis nervios. Miren, hasta no sé si se fijan, hasta estoy temblando. Pero sí, clarito escuché que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito. Si yo pues no alcancé a grabarlo, obviamente, pero mire, no manches, mira, chéquense, ustedes me van a decir si soy yo, son mis nervios, no sé, pero mire, no manches, amigos, se movió, el carro se movió. Estoy seguro, se movió, amigos, se movió.
While the security guard tries to capture evidence of the shopping cart's movement, a soft voice can be heard saying, "Shall we play?" The voice sounds like that of a little girl, although Rivera didn't hear it at the time.
Que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito.
So, is this place haunted by the spirit of a little girl? Or what do you think is really happening here? Let me know your opinion in the comments section. The following video was captured by a security camera on August 22nd, 2024, by a man named Mario who lives in a remote area next to the forest. It's around 4:30 in the morning when Mario receives a motion detection alert notifying him that there's something in his yard. After reviewing the footage, he noticed something strange, so he recorded it. Pay close attention to the clip.
Mira esto como de luz pasando, pero no se graba muy bien, y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí y como que se convierte en un señor, mira. Y se queda ahí todavía está corriendo el reloj de la cámara, se está grabando, mira, se mira como dos cabezas, pues dos personas se mira ahí atravesadas a la misma vez, que tienen como una lámpara, a lo mejor es una pareja, pero no sé, se empieza a mover y la cámara ya no lo graba muy bien, pero ahí se mira que se está yendo por aquí.
You can see what appears to be a ball of light before it seems to transform into one or two young-looking children who just stand there strangely for a few moments, staring in one direction before moving and disappearing. Some people believe this could be due to the poor quality of the camera, while others think it's some kind of shape-shifting entity. Still, what would two children be doing in a remote area next to the forest at 4:30 in the morning, just standing there? Without a doubt, this event is truly strange. One night, a man named Matias was on his way home, walking through the streets somewhere in Rosario, Argentina, when he noticed something strange and decided to record it and take a closer look.
Estoy caminando por la calle, ¿ve? Y estoy llegando a mi casa. Y ven el árbol, ven allá. ¿Lo ven? Acá. Ahí en el medio. ¿Ven? Hay como una figura oscura. Me llamó muchísimo la atención de la cuadra anterior que lo veía. A ver, vamos acá. Mi casa está acá a la vuelta. No hay nada. No sé.
As he walks home, he sees a strange, shadowy figure appear for a second before vanishing. When he approaches the tree to take a closer look, a chilling scream can be heard. Without thinking much of it, he goes home and carries on with his life. But the next night, he starts hearing strange noises coming from outside his house.
Estoy sintiendo hace un rato ruido acá atrás. Y no sé qué mierda es. O esto es re oscuro. Hey, hola. Hey. Concha de tu madre. ¿Qué carajo es eso? Ah, una sombra y veo cosas por todos lados. Este es un cuarto, la casa de acá atrás es como un cuarto que guardamos cosas, pero estoy sintiendo como un golpeteo. Bueno, no nada. ¡Ey! Puta madre. Todo el tiempo ruido. No.
He hears an unfamiliar voice that startles him, so he decides to simply shut the door and go back inside. But it seems that whatever was outside may have followed him through the door, because later that night he begins to hear eerie sounds, this time coming from inside the house.
¿Se escucha el ruido? Acá está la habitación de mi hija. Puta madre. Ey. Uy, se siente re fría esta habitación. ¿Qué carajo? Se me viene acá adentro, me parece. Concha de tu madre, la concha de tu madre. Otra vez, ruido acá adentro.
Paranormal events begin happening inside the house, but the only thing he finds is a strange doll in the closet. Matias lives alone and explains that his daughter actually lives far away with her mother. Maybe that's why something wants to occupy the empty room. After a while, the power suddenly goes out in the house, and he starts hearing chilling sounds once again. The strange sounds seem to come mainly from inside the closet, but the only thing in there is this creepy little toy. A few nights later, this happens.
Otra vez ruido en la pieza de mi hija. Estoy podrido de los sonidos, de los ruidos. Paren un poco, hijo, ¿qué onda? Conches. Yo había apagado la luz de ahí. Oh, esto me da muchísimo miedo.
The door handle starts rattling before the door swings fully open and slams shut on its own. Terrified, Matthias doesn't dare go into the room and decides to leave the house for the night. But as he's heading out, something catches his attention.
Otra vez, los ruidos en el patio, otra vez. Yo no sé si... Oh, esa es Sansa, pero... Esa mi perra tiene un cono, pero... Se escucha algo raro, Uy.
A whistle can be heard and a dark figure materializes out of nowhere, resembling what he saw a few nights earlier by the tree. He believes something has somehow attached itself to him and followed him home. But until we get more answers, all of this remains a mystery. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.